Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the culmination of the evolution side of Triple H's Road to WrestleMania for SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. I'm your host, Justin Leeper. I'm also the writer, designer, director of Road to WrestleMania for WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, 2010, 2011. Thank you for joining us yet again, and by us I mean me, although Tomoko's around here somewhere. You'll always see her at the end of the video giving you guys a thank you. But in this storyline, Triple H refereed. He counted three, raised Randy Orton's hand. Randy Orton is still the WWE champion, and Evolution is reuniting. Oh, are we going to see some limos? Are we going to see Batista? Yes, we will. We'll also see Triple H kind of still keeping 2 steps ahead of the competition, so keep on the lookout for that. And yeah, it's a fun little ending to this storyline, and we're coming to the end of 2009. Pretty soon we're going to be in 2010. Ooh, it's exciting. It's exciting for me. Thanks for watching. Let's move on to Justin over there in the commentary booth. Bye. All right, thanks as always, Justin. Hey, everybody. We're here for the third and sort of final, at least on this side, story of Triple H Road to WrestleMania. Triple H is ending his career as a referee by turning out to be kind of a heel referee.
Randy Orton is still WWE champion.
A shirtless heel referee.
What makes you think Triple H and Orton are in cahoots, JR? The writing is on the wall, King. I can't help it if you don't want to read it.
And JR and King are kind of playing their babyface heel roles. It would maybe sound a little more biased if I hadn't called it down the middle. But make no mistake, there's Batista and Orton and Triple H coming out to Evolution music.
Shawn Michaels, you made this about a choice. You wanted to be WWE champion, and it looks like you were not convincing enough. Evolution is back and in charge.
They're back.
John, I made the best decision for me. What I did at No Way Out was what I needed to do.
Not super heelish promo there by Triple H.
Orton, I expect this from. Batista's more muscles than brain.
I mean, really, aren't we all? Because muscle
Triple
makes
H?
up a big part of our... Anyway.
Is this the picture you want everyone to see? You next to Randy Orton?
A picture is worth 1,000 words.
Well, I've got 2 words for you, Randy.
Comes in with the flying forearm. Now I noticed that a lot of Orton's dialogue seems a little stilted and a little janky. I think that's intentional because really the function of a heel is not to be cool. Like a good heel's supposed to get heat. It's supposed to get you to dislike them. And so if Randy Orton was saying lots of cool stuff, maybe he wouldn't represent the heel side that much. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw Shawn out to kind of buy him some time. Because my Triple H right now doesn't necessarily want to beat the crap out of Shawn. He can kind of understand why Shawn is upset. But now he's just getting kind of beaten up.
He's got that submission hold locked in.
He's a little sign to Shawn, hey man, keep fighting. Whip him in the corner, take up a little more time. Snake Eyes is hopefully not going to hurt him all that much.
Listen to his body crash into the ground. A hard right.
Kind of reminds me of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Was that in Modern Warfare 2? No Russian, where you are on a elevator, kind of with a hit squad, and they're just mowing down civilians, which now is kind of shocking to even think about happening, but you could participate, but you didn't have to. Now Triple H is kind of a little bit like, Shawn, get out of this. You had a chance to leave. You haven't left. I don't want to. I'm getting a little tired of. Yeah, now get out and stay out, man. And this kind of feels like an HBK storyline. That it's Triple H is almost a secondary character here, which when you're the game, you don't really like being a secondary character. I don't think.
Right hand, knocking his opponent down.
All right, thankfully that beatdown is over.
I told you I did what was best for me. One day, you'll understand that.
But Triple H still a little bit unhappy about this whole situation. But again, Triple H is in it for himself. We all know that.
You mean by Shawn Michaels or Triple H? Because it was Shawn who started it tonight.
Nice group pose down there. always like when Batista does his little Ultimate Warrior-esque shaking of the ropes. So as you see, we are with Evolution, but we're not all in with Evolution. And that's hopefully getting people kind of wondering what this is all about, why Triple H made this decision, you know, where he's going to go from here. You know he's always thinking of something. R.I.P. Pyro. Charlotte. I lived near Charlotte for a little while. I did not enjoy living near Charlotte for a little while.
Evolution is officially back together. Triple H had his choice, and he chose Evolution. Log on to WWE.com and vote for the one you think was better.
By the way, this polling is closed, so don't go to WWE.com and try to cast your vote.
He has a match against his former DX partner in tonight's main event. And at WrestleMania, HBK has a rematch with the WWE Champion.
Now again, it seems like it's turned into a Shawn Michaels story. He's got a match with Triple H tonight. He's got the title match at WrestleMania.
I know you said you didn't want any help tonight with HBK, and that's fine. Just know that I'll be nearby in case you need a hand, partner.
But now we're going one-on-one with Shawn.
He may be hurt. He may be wounded.
So speaking of heel, well, I'll wait till this commentary.
In that ring again, going one-on-one tonight with a man responsible for the sickening beatdown Michaels received last week. He's not called the cerebral assassin for nothing. Triple H is going to finish the job tonight.
I'm sure Triple H wouldn't be happy to hear the commentators kind of burying him like that, because again, that wasn't really his conscientious decision. But if people are going to hate him, he'll embrace that too. So let's talk about something a little bit negative about Triple H, because this is kind of his heel branch. And this was mentioned in the comments. There was a story that went around when the PR was ramping up for this game that was saying Triple H does not want to be shown as weak in screenshots. And I remember hearing about that. And of course, I was working on the game at the time. And I did a little research, and a lot of it was coming from the UK, from various UK magazines. So what I think happened was either THQ Europe PR or WWE Europe PR maybe was like, hey guys, they kind of brought up that edict. I really doubt that Triple H told people in Europe not to make him look weak in screenshots. Maybe, and when I read some of those commentaries from those magazines, they really seemed like they wanted to take the piss out of Triple H anyway, so maybe there's a precedent set for them just trying to make him look terrible, and that caused this kind of internal memo that, hey, we're giving you guys builds of the game, please don't just use it as an excuse to make Triple H look bad. I don't believe I heard about it from anybody here in the U.S. except for, you know, Kotaku or whatever covering it as a story. I don't think that anyone in the U.S. received that directive from THQ or WWE PR in the U.S. So that's what I think about that. Somebody asked me in the comments to chime in on that, and I don't remember who it was. I'm sorry. It's really when you respond to every comment, you end up having a lot of comments, and I couldn't find that comment. Wasn't even sure which story that was in, but you know, a kind of interesting thing. You know, it's like Snopes would call it half true, because it was something that was said by media by somebody at THQ or WWE, telling them not to make Triple H look super vulnerable. And I think they also said something about not having tons of you know, really dangerous weapon type shots.
But damn it, Keith, I can't look at Triple H in the same way after the stunt he pulled last week. Triple H was just doing what had to be done.
Now, why is Randy? I had this match pretty well in hand here, Randy. Okay, you're gonna cover him just to. All right. I mean, I guess you guys have a match at WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure that this was not what the AI was supposed to do. Is cover Shawn for an extended period of time. Yeah. What the hell are you doing, Randy? This is my match, man. Oh, and they cut away before the pedigree. The one time I was going to give a devastating move to Shawn.
The game doesn't seem too appreciative of Orton disrupting this match. Triple H probably thinks he could have handled HBK by himself.
Uh-oh.
You don't turn your back on the showstopper. After all these years, you'd think Triple H would have remembered that. A disqualification loss and some sweet chin music to the face. I'm sure that's not how the game pictured his night going.
Now, I enjoyed the super kick. I enjoyed the camera angles on that. The guy who was playing Triple H there, and it might have been Mike Mondo, is my guess, who I put over a couple videos ago, who was Mikey from the Spirit Squad. He might have got a little bit overzealous with those movements, a little fast. So when you're doing motion capture, you definitely have to have these exaggerated movements, especially because you're not showing facials, you as a performer, so you have to sell with your body. And pro wrestlers learn to do that because you have to have the people in those cheap seats be able to see what you're doing. So you really kind of go big and you maybe telegraph a little bit. But his motions were a little bit too fast as HBK there. Now, I'm lucky that the guys who I've had to play HBK in normal cutscenes are really talented guys. Speaking of talented guys,
HBK's partner knows what he's getting into. He's definitely stepping into the middle of an Oklahoma tornado. But he'll be teaming with Shawn Michaels against Triple H and Randy Orton tonight.
a young Cody Rhodes. Now, you notice they didn't mention his name. Maybe that's because... you know, when there's somebody who just... Oh, we'll talk about it after.
Probably go get ready for our tag match tonight. And again, Triple H, I'm sorry about what happened last week. We'll pay Shawn back tonight. Guaranteed.
You know, I can guarantee victory for you at WrestleMania. What if we made it a triple threat? Adding me to the mix.
Why would we do that?
Randy, you wanted me back in Evolution so you could be protected. Now you are. At WrestleMania, I get to punish the showstopper, and you get the pin.
Thinking
This
animations.
is exactly why you recruited me, isn't it?
I'm not so sure about this.
Okay, that's fine. If you lose at WrestleMania, don't say I didn't offer.
Okay, Triple H. You've got a deal.
Thanks, partner.
there's a lot to unpack with that scene. Of course, we put it in a limo.
Randy's only looking out for himself and his championship. But he can't outthink the cerebral assassin. I'll get my triple threat match at WrestleMania. Now it's time to show Orton who's playing who. And show him how the game is played.
So we're just assuming that now that it has become a triple threat. I know there was no contract signing or anything. But that scene in the car, there's some really interesting animations. At the end there, Randy Orton kind of stands up instead of kind of exiting the car. Maybe we should have cut that a little bit sooner. Good delivery by Triple H. Don't say I didn't warn you. Again, Randy Orton kind of playing a buffoon here. He really feels like he's got Triple H well in hand and kind of has him over on his side. He doesn't realize that he's playing checkers and Triple H is playing chess. And right now we have to have him lose this match. So once again, we could make this very blatant, like we could have with the referee thing. But I'm going to try and be a little bit more subtle here. Oops, I'm sorry about that. Oops, maybe I'm not that subtle. But it doesn't seem like the easiest thing in the world to get your opponent to lose a tag match. Are you going to throw him out the ring there, Shawn? Alright, take me in. I'll show you what it's all about. Yeah. Let me warm up a little bit first. Hey, Cody, what's up? We're not friends anymore. Alright. Your turn, Randy. Thanks. Just need to get a little sweat going.
And there's the DDT. What a kick that was. That was a
yeah, usually I do try to make the heels kind of cool, especially because, you know, there's a lot of Randy Orton fans out there, for example. But in this storyline, I didn't want to turn Triple H full heel, and I don't think that that's a edict that I got from WWE because they rarely, you know, were that direct in their feedback. But I wanted to stay on. This is on brand with Triple H, with the cerebral assassin, to be, you know, to act like he's turning, but really only have one foot out the door. Always be ready with Plan B, Plan C. But we all know the wrestler with the real Plan C, and that was Austin Aries in TNA. As X Division champion, kind of using that to get a match for the World Heavyweight Championship, which he flew me out for to see him beat Bobby Roode. Oh, no, look at that. All right, hey, not much. I was out there rearranging furniture and talking about my best friend again. And, oh, let me come in and help you. Oh, suck it. Cody's like, I didn't really do anything. Also, Cody, where's your wrist tape? That's a little old school for you not to wear wrist tape. I think your daddy even wore wrist tape often, and he didn't really necessarily need a pump. We'll see Cody a lot next year in 2010, where he's teaming with Randy Orton, and we may see his daddy as well. Man, thinking about it, 2010 really is my favorite of these 3 games that I worked on. I know this was the first, so this may be representative of a lot of people's youth. And 2011 has the kind of the bigger scope with the background, with the free roaming backstage, and it's got Edge and Christian, it's got versus Undertaker. But of those stories in 2011, I propose to you that none of them are less than really, really good stories. I mean, you've got Mickie James, who I'm finding out a lot of people really loved. You know, people in the LGBT community, a lot of women, you know, seeing that story, they really identify with that. You've got the HBK JBL story, which all put against WWE's. Later, after they saw my story, they put out an HBK JBL story. I'll put mine against theirs any day of the week. You've got, what else was there? Edge kind of scheming his way to the GM job, You've got, what else?
Thank you for joining us for Raw on the final installment.
What else? You've got the Create a Superstar story, of course, which is super fun. All of those have...
WrestleMania is a triple threat match with the
Yeah, so now it's official. It is a triple threat match.
I can't believe that, JR. It's going to be some WrestleMania, that's for sure.
King is surprised, and really, you know, people should be surprised that Triple H was able to spin this so quickly. And this seems to be going really fast.
You shouldn't have turned on us, Triple H. Randy's livid, Flair's depressed, and it's been decided that I have to punish you. I'm the animal, and tonight, you're my prey.
You tell him, Drax. Pretty good delivery line by Batista. But I want to beat him in under 2.5 minutes. That does not sound easy. But I already got another save for this, so I'm going to just roll with it. Let's roll the dice. That's what Reno Riggins would do. That's what Vinny Vegas would do, and Vinny Vincent from the Vinny Vincent Invasion, one-time guitarist of Kiss. And Vincent Vega, he would do that too. He just rolled the dice.
There's the bell. Batista now gets his opportunity to extract revenge on his former Evolution accomplice, Triple H.
And this all came about because once the game got into the WrestleMania main event, he stabbed Orton in the back.
You know who I think's gonna win? It's going to be the guy with black tights, and black knee pads, and black boots, and black elbow pads, and big muscles. That's who I'm picking for this match.
Jaw-jacking punch.
Some more dueling chants.
Triple H played Orton flawlessly and forced his way into the title picture at WrestleMania. But first, he's got to survive Batista.
When you're against an animal like Batista, you better make sure you stay focused on him. Oh, look at the game.
And this is not good. This is not going to be easy. I'm already a minute in, and Batista's only in yellow. What is that? Front face lock?
Oh, that headlock.
Not even. It was kind of under the armpit. That was a weird move. I've said it before, but I really love the exclusive commentary. It really helps to sell the storylines, and let me know if I'm wrong, but I don't think that had ever been done in a story mode for a WWE game before. I mean, commentary is kind of a new thing in wrestling video games anyway, if you really think about it. Like, back in the day, we didn't... Oh, still a minute left, though. We didn't have any commentary. I remember the game Tecmo World Wrestling for the NES had, like, a third of the screen was commentating, like, text of what was happening in the matches, and you could see the commentators really prominently in the graphics as well. That was kind of cool. That was one of the 8 or 16-bit wrestling games that I thought was actually pretty good.
Knocking the opponent down.
Uh-oh. Do I have a lockpick? I have a lockpick. Okay.
He's got his opponent locked in a submission hold.
Boom. That move always reminds me of Mick Foley had Vader. I think Vader do that to him on the outside or on the ramp or something. Just called that spot, and it just crushed him. I mean, that's a painful move when a guy just brings all his weight down on you. Speaking of all the weight down on you, no! Oh man, that would have been perfect. Ah.
He's got to survive.
The game is 6 days away from a championship match on the grandest stage of them all. But what condition will he be in? And that punch lands.
Yeah, maybe I'll just beat him with a punch.
1, 2. It was so close to 3, he could taste it.
I mean, but Batista, Triple H has some great stats, but Batista's a badass in this game as well. So beating him in 2.5 minutes, not the same as beating Big Daddy V in 2.5 minutes with CM Punk.
Here it comes.
Oh, and Batista's head was basically firmly implanted in my crotch at that angle.
With a pressure like that.
2, 3.
All right, we did take him out, but we did not get the win condition. Which, man, was a difficult one. See what I tell you. The muscly guy in the black gear won. What do you think of that, Tomoko?
Meh.
Well, it's Some of us are impressed.
An animal like you deserves to run free, not to be under anyone's control.
What are you waiting for, Batista? Get him!
Love that angle right there.
He's right in front of you. Destroy him!
Randy, I suggest you spend some quality time with the WWE Championship, because you sure as hell aren't going to be leaving WrestleMania with it.
Once again, Triple H showing just how smart he is.
Why didn't he attack Triple H? It's a little thing called respect, Kingfish. A little thing called respect.
Now, Kingfish, a weird ad-lib by JR. I don't know if that's something that he normally calls King. Failed, yep. Now that would have netted me the Evolution music and entrance, which is very cool. But hey, we got WrestleMania to go to. Once again, that's me. That's us trying to show that Triple H is really the smartest man in the room, because he just babyfaced Batista after turning on his faction. Like, he got Batista to kind of leave on good terms with him, and also have Batista kind of poo-poo Randy Orton. I mean, that's not an easy feat to do, but Triple H made it look so effortless, and now he's got the mental advantage against Randy Orton. But this is WrestleMania. We still got to beat both Orton and HBK in a triple threat match. Orton got played.
This is WrestleMania. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler, pleased to greet you live from the biggest spectacle of the year.
I can feel the electricity in the air. Or is that the static electricity coming from that gigantic cowboy hat of yours, JR?
Very funny, King. We have an amazing night of WWE action here, which is sure to be highlighted by the WWE Championship Triple Threat match pitting champion Randy Orton against Shawn Michaels and
WWE just never rolls across your tongue, does it?
Triple H was in line.
Hey, remember those guys?
At the championship, but Edge and Mr. Kennedy kept getting in the way.
Those mini bosses.
Orton actually helped out the game, in part trying to persuade him to reunite Evolution. Triple H finally agreed, turning down Shawn Michaels' offer to bring DX back together. It was apparently a ploy by the game to get closer to the champion and insert himself into this WrestleMania main event. Which of these three future Hall of Famers will emerge victorious?
All right, so the stage has been set. Who's calling us?
A well-played game from beginning to end. But I'm not going to pretend to think the game is over yet. Tonight, may the best man win.
Seems no hard feelings from Shawn. He got to kind of star in a couple weeks as if it was his own road to WrestleMania.
It doesn't get any
All right,
bigger
you guys,
it's WrestleMania.
work out your issues.
And this is the triple threat match for the WWE Championship.
This is huge, JR. These three men have been at each other's throats for months, and it all comes to a head here tonight.
All right, I'll come back in.
A hard right hand, knocking his opponent down.
So what is my strategy here?
And he strikes with the elbow.
I mean, would it be insult to injury to just target Orton? But really, he's the one who he's thought he's been scheming this whole time.
His opponent down with a backbreaker.
But I don't really feel like beating up HBK either.
And he strikes at his opponent with the
Maybe we'll
knee.
team up on him for a little bit. How's that sound? And how's you back?
He's taking the fight to his opponent. What a backbreaker.
I think someone's
I'll
going
stay
for
out
a
of range of
high-risk
that.
move, JR.
He hits the high-risk move.
That's kind of a nice little sequence.
He puts the boot to his
Hey,
opponent.
go for it, Sean.
These three men have had
Hey,
quite
go-
the storied
no, yeah,
road
go
to
for him.
WrestleMania.
Yeah. I'm going to stretch a little bit.
Triple H. Then Michaels looked to reform DX. It
Hey,
all
ref, look at me.
culminated
Look at me,
in a
yeah.
match for the WWE title with Triple H as the guest referee.
Always loved Randy Orton's power slam, though. He gets so much fast rotation.
What a counter!
Countered that. Kind of a shame that the counter is a neck breaker, which is one of my normal moves anyway, though. Counter that. Backbreaker that.
Just 6 days ago, Orton must have been on top of the world. Evolution.
Oh, better break that up, though.
He's a 3 count
Sorry,
away
Shawn.
from a pinfall.
Ooh. Ooh.
There's the reversal. Spear! Wow! They might be broken in two.
I mean, say what you will about this game sometimes. Those animations were pretty slick. Me throwing out Orton and then going right into the spear for HBK.
Could this be a tap out? He uses his entire body for an incredible tackle.
That third punch misses a lot.
Look out! The Gabe's knee connects.
And he strikes the opponent.
And now I think our allegiance is breaking down here.
He hooks the head, and there's the Russian leg sweep. A vicious stomp.
Now I seem to be the target, maybe because my
And he goes
energy
for the
is
neck break.
my body, my health is the best of the three of us.
Oh, did you see that knee?
Oh man, what a
Yeah, the animation on that spear looks great.
chipper for sure.
A tooth chipper for sure.
Oh, and the knee connects.
He's really cranking up the pressure on that hole, JR. He sure
It's
is.
weird that,
There's
well, I
no
guess
doubt he's
it
looking
makes
for the
sense for him to
submission right
for Shawn to try and break up that figure
What a
four
punch.
because he doesn't
All
want.
three of these
And I
men
missed
have
that third shot
championship
again.
gold. All have won main events at WrestleMania. But who's going to walk out tonight with the WWE title?
Boy, you talk about being beat like a government mule. I don't know how much more of this a human being can be expected to have.
Alright, I haven't really been paying attention to the health states.
Fancy about that.
HBK is in yellow. That's
And Triple H connects
make
with the
that
knee.
orange in the head.
When the game joined Evolution,
I got to start weakening these guys.
he had his best.
I don't know if his opponent has what it takes to kick out.
There's the kick out. No surprise
Not quite.
there.
That was worth a shot.
A hard right hand, knocking his opponent down.
Hey! I got a
What a
finisher. Nice.
A hard right hand.
I was gonna bank that, but then you attacked me.
This is his chance.
There it is, the pedigree.
He's busted
The
open.
referee had better get in there and take a look at that. We may
Oops,
need
that
to
was
stop
not what I
this
meant to
thing.
do. I was trying to chuck Randy out of the ring. Oh, will this make him leave? Nope, he stays in. Oh well. But I got things pretty well under control right now. Move, ref. Get out the way. Get out the way, ref. Get out the way. I love how we did the superplex under Orton, and he almost, because he's injured, he almost looked like he ducked to get out of the way. Uh-oh, Shawn's feeling it. I'll make a little exit.
What force behind that tackle?
This is great, JR. He's really letting his opponent have it.
Yeah, both those guys have a body part in red. They're looking the worse for wear.
Oh, look out! And their head bounces off the game's knee.
What am I doing here?
He's working
Little
the
power
fundamentals
slam.
there.
And there's the elbow.
Alright, that's basically going to take out HBK. So if I can get Orton... Well, Orton's already hurt.
That's for sure.
And now pin.
1,
This could be
2,
it.
oh, he's up. 3, alright.
Oh my gosh,
Phew.
JR. That's it.
Giddy giddy.
The match is over.
Which again in Japanese means, just got it. Yes. Finally, the title comes home where it belongs. There we go. And the title belt, as people have mentioned, is kind of small in this game.
That'll go down in the history books as a classic. Shawn Michaels.
Now, Shawn's been known to double-cross people in the past, too, but... Nah, he's super babyface here.
Wants in on the sportsmanship too. That's more than a little suspect.
All right, there you go. Yeah, you're just stop scheming, Randy. Just stop scheming.
With the cerebral assassin.
I would have liked for him to put the belt on Hunter. More times than not, that's what ends up happening. I'm not sure why it didn't happen there. But there we go. The end of this part. And we unlock Ric Flair. I didn't know he was not unlockable. That's a big get. So, yeah. Okay, I'm definitely going to go back around and play having HBK beat Orton. So stay tuned for that. That should be up in a little while. I haven't played it yet, so it'll be a little while, but I always appreciate your patience. I always appreciate your patronage, and I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. See you again. Bye.
Thanks for watching, and please like this video, and please subscribe, and have a lovely day.